Well, one of the things, I remember two things. One of the things that I always liked was I sort of liked the kind of Yiddish poetry of like Morris Rosenfeld. I liked somebody telling a story, narrative. I liked narrative in poetry. And I liked what I just had a sort of mini disagreement with somebody about characterizing somebody as some poet as folksy, which I think is a little of a put down. But I think the sort of folk writers always sort of impressed me. And on the English side, the first, I mean, most of it was incomprehensible to me. I remember reading The Ancient Mariner in the 8th grade and just having no clue what the hell it was about. I mean, I didn't understand the language, I didn't understand the story, I didn't understand the Christian, you know, anything about it. But when I got to high school, I was introduced to Robert Browning's sort of dramatic monologues, and I was that they intrigued me a lot. The idea of somebody speaking and kind of through their speech evokes an entire context and an entire story, even though it's just from one perspective. So I loved very early on, I liked Robert Browning's, I liked that form, which is not that far really from the form in Yiddish that I sort of liked. And so I think that sort of has stayed with me. I think I write narrative poetry a lot, not always, but predominantly. I like things, and I like to some degree the dramatic monologue. I still like that thing of a voice kind of articulating something in a charged atmosphere somewhere. So and I think both Browning and Rosenfeld are really, there's something about the oral quality that I like, and I think a lot of my own poetry is very oral, and even when I write, I will say it out loud to myself over and over again. I want to hear it. I want to hear how it sounds. Not only, I like to manipulate it on the page and how it looks, but I also want to be able to hear it. And so I think, and I think sometimes people are surprised when they hear it because they didn't read it the way I hear it and the way I read it. So I think that stayed with me, and I think was a really great influence.